Yeah. So what was that conversation like? Like, I know you had personal things going on. So did you go and say, yo, I about to walk away? They kind of know.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I a lot of things had transpired during that week, and I organized and tell them, let's have a meeting. And they showed up to the meeting, and in the meeting I tell them, and going forward, I'll no longer be a part of this band. So nobody had to hear it on the road. Nobody had to hear it from Soapy. I came and I brought the message my own self. And we actually, that was in October of 2006. And they had known during the whole year that by the January of 7, I would have to go and deal with my business. But because of how things had escalated, I was like, boy, you know what? I don't want to put these men in shambles. So let me just try to do this thing ways enough before Carnival. As a matter of fact, I was even trying during August, September to try to get somebody come in to walk along with me while we put the album together. So that even during the Carnival season, they could have been playing a lot more and getting a groove. So that by January when I bounce, it ain't somebody coming in fresh. Because we know, hey, we're going to win road match anyway. You know, because we done had any weather and all of them there done and the pipeline, you know, that we know. Them was gonna clean up easy, because them West man ain't had nothing.
Yeah.
You know. But the man didn't want that. So yeah, I figured, but you know what? If I bounce out that time, that give them more than enough time to do what they got to do. You know, I just organized myself. Listen, this was the finalizing my decision was quick. Although, you know, the plan was there that, hey, I'm going to leave, I'm going to do this. Finalizing, I'm going to do it now was a quick process. It's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, that's it. You know? Now, of course, because of the level that we were at the time, you know, people start to take it different ways that, you know, maybe, oh, you got this or you got that. And then, you know, the plan wasn't even to do no band.
Yeah.
So after I leave the Friday, a couple days after, I get a call from Ozzy. Ozzy said he bounced. Like, yo, really? You know? Then when me and Ozzy having a conversation, so he can't say he bounced. Like, yo, come on, man. No, this year looking now like I tell all I come out.
Yeah.
Check. But that was never it. And then right there and then the man was like, yo, we still gotta do something for Carnival, you know. So I said, but it makes sense because you know I got to go come January to do my thing. You know, but the man like, but no, let me do it thing still. So I said, okay. You know, I said, well, because I know I got to bounce and do my thing, then I will look a keyboard man to play alongside with me so that when I go to take care of my business, somebody could be there playing. They want to set up nothing and then just got to go and left eye man in shambles, you know, that's the plan. So we literally put another band together in the space of weeks. We put the other band together, and a lot of people, you know, hey, listen, that was like, well, it was a crucial, scary time for me because you had people who just turned enemy.
Yeah.
You
because,
know,
not to cut you off, Steba, but remember me and you had this conversation before, and man, personal friends of mine, they wanted to ball, you know. Man wanted to ball when your era ended, you know, because like we all know, you were a big part of St. Kitts music, you know.
But let me tell you, people from all walks of life, I know it had affected them greatly.
Yeah.
Did
you know that? Did you know that you'd get that kind of repercussion when you were walking away?
No. Said I didn't even know that we were that good.
So who was the keyboardist after you left? The first keyboardist after you left? That's a big question right now.
The first keyboardist after I left, if I'm not mistaken, I think might have been Marvin. Marvin is a keyboard player home though. He wasn't that established. Yeah, he could play and everything. He played with 14 minors, he played with chapter 5 and a couple of them. But I think Marvin was the first person there, and then probably Miller. I don't know if he and Miller were there at the same time and they were sharing things, but I didn't really, because of how fast we were moving on we side, I wasn't really hotting up my head with what going on over in the camp. But I think Marvin was one, because, you know, like when I leave and everything, I make sure, you know, the man get all the diskettes them for the machines, all the floppies for the keyboard.
You gave it to them?
Yeah. The only thing that I didn't leave with them was beats that we had not recorded at the time. Because I said specifically to the manager, these beats, I consider them belongs to me because we haven't recorded them as yet. Now, if we record them, then I could say, these is Sugar Band beats. They're going to stamp Sugar Band because Sugar, if mentioned registered, is he copyrighted? I probably get me cut here and there with, you know, production or whatever. But every single item, all the sequences in the keyboard, all the and they get all me this. When I mean all me this, I used to got like 5, 6 this. I used to got original, a backup of the backup, a backup of the backup, a backup of the backup. You understand?
Yeah.
They get every single one. So they pretty much could have gone out tomorrow and just play. You check?
So check this, because you had played with Mention so many years and had so much success. Did it feel weird when you was doing it with somebody else at that point?
Hell yeah. Because in all the years prior to that, I don't hear the song till I go in the studio. You check? He will come in and he's going, you never know nothing. Now you're working with Shaki and Shakal. They're coming in. Oh, everybody sing, yeah, baby. Like, yo, man, I got stuff to hear the songs so quick.
I hush.
Yeah. You know, it's like, no, man, you know.
Yeah.
It was a lot different. Now, the only thing with the other aspect is that, like, with Mention, it's almost like he got a mixer in his head. So we will be putting, it was easy for me because a lot of times he would say, yo, this part here, let me jump. Well, the bass playing. So I be like, yo, how you not that gonna match with that?
Yeah.
You know? So now it's easier for me now because now, okay, maybe some he notes in it, I'll go call up, but I know this is where he want this part to come. So it's just to expand on it, to make it sweet inside there.
Gotcha.
Now, with those other singers now, it wasn't that. Them they will come and they'll sing a song and they'll sing the song in key. But I got to put the whole thing together. They ain't gonna come and tell me, oh, put a string this part. I will got to put the string in the part. And for a while I used to kind of feel away because with Sugar Band, man will critique it. I will put something together and as will be like, but not that. As in the confusion. As in, why not that? But that is all good. That is all good. You know? Like, he had one time we do a party mix. And when I home, them man call me. But the party in the beginning sound like small axe. You gotta change that. You check? So I gotta go back down by the studio, go change something because, you know,
Yeah.
No, with the vibes now. But I couldn't do nothing wrong.
It's because of your stature, man. Because of your who
But
you are. That's
it
why.
used to kind of make me feel like, yo, how come them are saying this party is so good or that is so good? You know? So he will hear something and be like, this one. Like, you sure, boy? You know, because I had kind of missed the critique, like, you know, but I know, take out this, take out that, you know?
Realness, yeah, like you know, bands, you usually have at least one person in the band that would be real, like, and just say, like for us, when BQE had our crew, the crew to me, that was the real BQE. Paul was that guy, like he would tell you straight up, and he ain't gonna be nice. You know what I mean? So, so everybody used to have one guy.
I tell you, that was Ozzy. That was Ozzy too. Ozzy, we tell you playing out.
Yeah.
But not that. Not that.
I want to ask you something, and like I said, if it's something you ain't want to answer, just we move on. Why you walk away and leave the name, which is yours? Like why you did that?
Why? You know what? I think I didn't think about the whole spectrum of everything. You understand? Mm-hmm. And it's almost like I didn't know how big it was. You check? So it's like, and maybe too, some of it too was because of my haste decision, in that I still didn't take time to look at, okay, let me look at this situation, let me look at this situation, look at this situation. You check? So I will more say it was maybe based on, because of my haste decision, I didn't take time into looking at all these other little things. And then as a result of, because it was like within a week, them Westman leave. Mm. So when them Westman leave now, and then, you know, the talk start to come up now, yo, them are forming the next band. These men over here think now the same way, like, okay, because he started Nu Vybes, he might want to take the name Nu Vybes. So they went and did the legal aspects of owning Nu Vybes, the Sugar Band.
What?
Yeah. So they took the legal route, and they went and they own it. So I don't know exactly who, but somebody or bodies own that name.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. So because of that, what we did was, when we started our band, and we called it Nu Vybes, we also did the same thing and went and owned that name. So that name is owned by me, Ozzy, and Saki.
Mm.
Speaking of the vibes, right? Speaking of the vibes.
I can tell you, a hype is gonna be a long time you want this one,
That was a remake. That was a remake, boy. Remake.
Yeah. Yep. Yo, Steba, I didn't know that, brother. That's a rough one for me.
Yeah. Boy, let me tell you, I mean, initially, it didn't really faze me, because I was like, boy, I started that and it was successful. I knew what it took to come from nothing to that point. I could do it again. That was just my thing. I said, hey, if I got to do it again, I'll do it again. You know, somebody own it, somebody else own it, they own it, you know, so be it.
But so check this. So now you end up with the vibes, and I had that album, and I also play on the road that year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like going from Sugar Band being the lick to Nu Vybes, because people don't follow name, eh? And I know it wasn't the same type of reaction. How you felt about that?
Why? It wasn't nothing close. I mean, I could recall I was after Juve, you know, they would show clips, and I just can't, even with Sugar Band, I couldn't tell sometimes the size of the crowd because of how I be on the trailer itself. Right? So the same thing with the Vibes, I had no idea. I know, well, I was saying I know a lot of people was behind us, but I should say I know nobody was behind us, but is when I watch it on the TV tonight, I'll never forget. The band was passing in front of where City Drugstore used to be. And a little dog went across the road behind the band, wagging the tail. And an old lady walked right past. She let the band pass. And then she walked right past with not a soul popping on her. I was like, yo, I seen tires, I seen everything. But yeah, so I think coming on the road, that Juve, we had kind of anticipate that Sugar Band would have had issues and they would not have come on the road. So we would have capitalized on that. That didn't happen. The man still come on the road, and boy, we was a wreck. We had good tunes. But that Juve wasn't saying nothing. We still play. We had a troupe that we was playing for Parade and last lap, so that made things a little better. So we just decided, you know what, we can just play for we troupe and thing, and we're going home here. We're going to try to do a jam mountain to go embarrass ourselves.
So,
but it was totally different. Totally different.
So after that, I know you ended up. That was 2007 when you ended up leaving, and then I don't know, like what happened that the band couldn't continue.
Well, when I came out here, my intention was to come out here for probably 3 to 5 months, and then go back down and we continue what we was dealing with. It's just that things turn out ways different. You know, after I deal with my business, then, you know, hey, this a possibility, that a possibility, you know, and for the stuff that I had to deal with health-wise, Sinkies was not offering it. So it's either go back home and then you got to bounce out again after a little time, or you just got to shut down there. And that was one of the hardest things that I think I ever had to do within my whole music career, because especially for Sucky and Ozzy, because them two man leave a strong entity to come with me, and then here it is now. I got to tell them, man, boss, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I mean,
as a man, that rough.
Well, the thing is, it is that, but listen, I had sent them an email. I still got it on my computer and all. But I think they got to give that their different name. That is like, they need just ABCD email. That's ABCDEFGHIJKLMNP mail. How long it was. Because I was trying to explain into detail why Agon can't come back. You know? And what I must say though is that them man understand. You know, when I think in them man, I'll be like, yo, but this boy, but this way, them man, go. Why, them man totally understood. Because I explained everything, you know, especially to them two man.
Yeah.
Because all the other players in the Vibes was newbies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to make sure that I explained to them, man. Some of them people in the management and stuff, I had to explain to them. And because I like what the driving force. Now here it is now, I try to put somebody else in the driver's seat.
So, not to cut you off, Steba, but somebody in the chat said that first year the Vibes, I was like second runner-up for road match.
Yeah.
That's successful, boy. That's successful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you see, this is like one of them kind of things like the NBA. You only just remember who the champion was. You don't remember who they beat.
Yeah, I get that.
You know.
Yeah.
So although it was a runner-up, and because in terms of being present in the carnival, with the exception of Juve, we did damn good here. Because we still did all the carnival shows that I would have done with Sugar Band.
Yeah.
You know, we still had a parade, we still had a troupe to play for parade there. We still had a lot of dances that were fairly decently well attended. That year we even had our own ball. That year.
I'm sorry for the person who said it, man. The comments going so fast.
Mhm.
They said that too. They said that the ball was the number one ball and Nu Vybes
Yeah.
wasn't as well attended.
Yeah, we had a ball too. That year was we and Smarlax, and they had a kind of reunion thing with some of Smarlax old players too, and it was very well attended. So we still had some very good outings. You know, we had some very, very good outings. But it's just that, like I said, me being the driving force, you know, because, like, for instance, if band practice, I gonna make sure I prepare stuff. So when we got to practice, we know, hey, we're gonna do XYZ. That wasn't Sucky thing. That wasn't Azzy thing. You check?
Yeah.
So as a result of me bouncing out, the man still was carrying on. I still was instrumental from out here helping with certain things. And they did that for maybe like another 2 years.
Yeah.
But then things really, really, really hit rock bottom after Sucky they get injured in the accident.
Yeah.
Because now he ain't just a keyboard man now. He's a bass man too. You know, so from at that point it was like bye nosedive. You know. And after that now, you know, it's like the man now started getting opportunities.
Mm.
You know, Sucky get the opportunity to go Grandmasters, as he get the opportunity to go Smarlax.
Yeah.
You know? So
it's Val Henry is who said it. I'm sorry. He said less than 50 people went to Nu Vybes ball, and the Vibes had almost 1,500 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And listen, even like Val Henry, thanks for tuning in, Val. Val again was one of them people who helped to propel Nu Vybes as well. Now, we used to, like I tell you, you know, I used to look at a lot of things, how we could improve, how we could go to the next step. I used to study a lot of them other bands. You see, them bands had agents, them band had managers, them band had booking agents and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to end up in a lot of problems whereby people can't find us to book us because we're traveling someplace.
Yeah.
So Val Henry had a company that used to do marketing and like a booking agent. So, I presented to the band and we used Val.
Yeah.
Now, it was amazing to see how people deal with something that's professionally presented.
Yep.
And there was one of the community festivals that we had played for the year prior to Val coming. We literally get less than 25% of what we had charged for the whole festival.
Wow.
And when Val came on board, Val was like, give me a listing of all the stuff them that you did the year before. So as the marketing man, he will go out and check whatever, right?
Mm.
Gave him. Then he come back and he say, I'm going to talk to these people. I said, boss, don't even bother with that. Because they ain't like pay. He went and he came back and he said, he done book. I said, okay. He came and he always said, Stevie. And I'm going to give another joke with Val after this too. He said, Stevie. And I used to deal with the finances and taking care of the banks and stuff. And he put this thing in my hand, put it in my pocket. And when I get home and I check the check, the check was about 3 times more than what we got from them the year before.
Wow.
From the same committee.
Mm.
And I was like, after I went and talked about it, I said, why? How you get all this money here? He laughed. He said, that's the deposit.
What?
I'm like, what? So he raised our financial status. And this is just not local, also regional. We used to go to some US ports and we would charge the US equivalent to what EC we would play for in St. Kitts. So let's say we play for $3 home, we will tell you, but pay me $1 US.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
Val elevate us, Val put us in high stats. High stats. Now, when I know that we was on a good path with Val, and Val, I know you're gonna laugh when you hear this, because I know you're gonna remember. We went to St. Martin. Big bands, Sugar Band, Jam Band, Better Band, a lot of Dominican bands and all kind of bands.
Mm.
And when we get to St. Martin, we start hearing talk that the promoter shady. I don't know what Val did, but we had to come up with a strategy because he decided we're not gonna play until the financial aspects is taken care of. You don't hear me talk about, you hear me talk about it all the time, sugar cake?
Yeah.
Well, that was something that kind of originated to Val. So what had happened was we decided, and as he being the marketing and all them stuff, between him and the manager, they decide we're not going on stage until we get paid.
Mm.
It so happened now, the rumor get even bigger about the promoter for the St. Martin gig. You know, Jamban and them had problems with their accommodation. Friday started telling the, because we used to drive over with Friday them and a lot of problems. So we trying to figure out a way how we gonna communicate with each other if we get paid or not. Because no, we don't want the other bands to know.
Yeah.
So Val make it move. And I don't know what it is Val do, but we there chilling and we try to wonder, Val, what, we gonna play or what? But no, he can't say we get paid with them man from Jamban and so there because now they're gonna start to make fuss now. Well, how come they get paid too?
Exactly, yeah.
So he look over at me, he say, I have the sugar cake, it's sweet. So I watch him like, what? He said, I have the sugar cake, it's sweet. I said, okay, I got you. And from that day, we know exactly what sugar cake is. Boy, let me tell you, we played a night and we let the band know, listen, we got to move like we get paid away. So when we done playing jam and making noise about gay person video, boy, with this promoter, boy, I gotta look for you. All this time we done give you sugar cake. It was good.
Sugar cake sweet.
Yeah, sugar cake sweet. But yeah, man, Val elevate us. 1 year we went. He was instrumental in signing off for when we first went to meet him in France. We went France. We did like a week. We did like a week in England. We played in Leeds. We played in Birmingham. We played in Manchester. You know, we went over to meet him in France. That was crazy. Val again, orchestrate, all of that. You know, I mean, I felt like
you know what gig I always wanted to know how the hell I get on it was the in the Apollo. It was like a Caribbean Soca Awards show.
Yeah.
And I was out at Marshall Allen Band. I was the featured band. That was a power move, brother.
Why? How we get on that? That was something that was kind of through the ministry too, you know.
Okay.
But you see, we stats was going up there because of like the people who was around us. Because like I tell, like Val Henry and them people, you know. I mean, if I go and I sit down and I talk to Mark Zuckerberg, he ain't gonna listen to me as if I bring in a big time business exec.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it was just a matter of who representing you, get you to where you want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is why a lot of these acts, they have to have a manager or an agent,
Yeah.
because they can't sit down and talk to some of these people.
Yep.
You know, you the business people them to talk to the business people. They're gonna know all the lingo, they're gonna know all the little whoops here and there. And sometimes, for some strange reason, some of these venues, promoters, or the case may be, sometimes they don't feel like with the artists dumb.
Mhm.
Like I could check out them, they're easy, you know.
Well, it's a better approach when you have a team and you don't have to do everything. Like I said, like most organizations don't have one guy doing everything. They have
Well,
somebody is the marketing agent, somebody is the HR, somebody is
But you
whatever,
see,
you know?
and one of the things why I think that was a good move for us too is because we used to be on the move so much that we end up used to lose out on gigs
Yeah.
because people now gonna be calling and all they got is some Sinkis numbers. We ain't know them. You know, so now we had a central point. You could
Yeah.
call VHCom marketing. You know, it's a pity that they had to get squashed up because, well, you know, just like anything, you know, some people don't see how good certain things are in your favor until you don't have it anymore.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it's sometimes too, like people vision shallow, so they can't see past the freaking notes. You know what I mean? So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to force that on top of somebody who can't see it. You know.
Yep.
But
yeah.
Go ahead. Say what you guys say.
No, I was saying, yeah, Val was instrumental in a part of the goat.
So this is the question I sure everybody want to ask. What and when, or what will it take to have a reunion, or is it possible?
Before I answer that, you know what, CNN?
Sometimes.
Okay. For all those who listening, watching, when you get a chance, go online and pull up the interview with Chris Cuomo and the Cuomo that is governor to New York.
Mario,
right. One does work as a reporter on CNN, and one is the governor.
Yeah.
So the reporter asked the governor, based on all this corona thing and so, would you run for president? No. Do you think you would ever think about running for president? No. What if somebody come up to you and say, if you think it's a good idea to run for president? No. And he just was serious like that.
Yeah.
So back to your question now. No. Listen. Wait, what the question was again?
Andrew, my bad, not Mario, Andrew. The question is, what will it take, or is it possible? What will it take, or is it possible to have a reunion with that era?
No.
Okay. So.
No.
All right. Say no more.
Listen. It's something that was talked about for a while. And I could understand that, you know, people would like to see something like that.
Yeah, because
no, I'll explain certain things to you, which I know a lot of people might start to say now, oh wow, I didn't look at that. Now, let me use Flames. Flames always had 4 men. Okay? There was never the Flames without Onion and Peter C playing guitar, named Burning Flames. It was always them 4 men. WCK original always had them set a man. Right? Most of the big songs them with CK was the set a man. You understand? With Cornell them and what's his name? Ra and them man, right? Nu Vybes was never like that. Now, we're gonna have to, if something like that was to ever happen, which I don't think it will, you're gonna have to figure out, is it going to be a Nu Vybes band reunion, or is it going to be a Sugar Band reunion? Because now, if it's a Nu Vybes band reunion, let me mention it in it. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Now, if it's a Sugar Band reunion, what year you're looking at? Now, remember, we had hit songs with LJ playing bass. So, what if now we go and we do a function? 10,000 people come. And one of the songs that we play is Indian Chant, where LJ play bass on. Where he gonna fit in? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
He had a point in time, let's use, for instance, the year we came out with Wax On and all them tracks there. Master Tung was playing guitar. Are we going to play those songs to make income? How is Master Tung gonna get compensated if we reproducing work that he was a part of? So this is where I say now, if something was to happen, now you're gonna have to classify whether it's gonna be Sugar Band reunion, whether it's gonna be Nu Vybes original reunion, whether it's gonna be Nu Vybes 90s reunion, because of the whole scope and the different musicians. Afi wasn't the drummer all the time. You had other people who used to be drums.
Yeah.
You understand? Spanish wasn't with the band all the time. Rush wasn't with the band all the time. So you see where this is going?
Yeah.
You understand? So it's something really technical. A lot of the guys, because of how a lot of other bands did reunions and, you know, they like this and they like that, everybody feel like, you know, hey, but here we could jump up on the one. Hey, I believe it would turn out good. But let's look at how we would do it if we do it. You know, now, based on the conversations that most of the guys have, some people are willing. Some people come straight and tell you, no, the band's still in existence. So, you know, it shouldn't take no reunion because the band still is there.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't think if it do, they see it happening no time soon.
This is my thing. People might say, oh, why we have a reunion if the band's still in existence? It's not a reunion to bring the band back together. It's a reunion of that time. You understand? So it ain't like we trying to stop the Sugar Band that exists now to bring back Ayu, to put Ayu in the band.
Wait, so
you know.
So I'm going right back to the same thing I tell you. Which time?
The 2000, let's say 2001 to 2006.
Okay, so fine. So in that time, so when we have it, should I still play Indian Chant?
Well, that's something more intricate. Like I just want those songs. Let's say that.
But you play from both eras. You play from both eras, you know.
Yeah, but Soapy, it'll be unfair for me to do that to LJ. Or let's say I go back and I decide I'm gonna play a long time. I want to catch you. Did they say I was the bass man?
The bass man them line up together same way and listen. The tag team, you know what? All right, we line up together. You come in and okay, we have done Jagger tune. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hope it's a big hall, you know, because take away the line up all them and maybe nobody no room gonna be there for nobody else.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say about that. I'm telling you right now, if I was to have that reunion, whatever you want to call it, because maybe reunion is not the right word, but if y'all was to bring back that group of guys to do a session, I need, and I tell Sucky this, I need Madison Square Garden. the age groups that are gonna be there, you won't be able to use a regular hall.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. And I mean, sometimes when I listen back to the material and stuff, you know, I think people will. I honestly think something that will go on good, especially. I mean, what you'll have to do in a case like that is plan maybe like a tour. You know, where you could say, well, hey, we're gonna touch this spot, we're gonna touch this spot, because it ain't everybody gonna be able to move to go to one location just for that.
Yeah.
You know, but that deal ways on the horizon, boy. Ways. That like a little dot on the map right now.
All right, so we're gonna move on from now. So tell me your opinion on when they chose Kelly to be the one after you. What was your opinion about that?
Well, to me, that was kind of like I would say a move to say, well, still keep me on top. Because as good as how Miller is or was at the time, he still ain't had that kind of experience like Kelly. You know, so as a big band, I don't think that them man would have wanted to leave from a level 10 and say, well, let's work from a level 2 come up. You know, it was a case where, yo, listen, he available, he good, let's just go with it. Now, because I know how the whole music scene go, I don't know from the onset that they're gonna get a sound like Smarlax. Now, the reason why I say that is Smarlax had one type of sound with Bugno. Kelly come in, Kelly get that sound.
Yeah.
Now, I know Kelly a while. I know Kelly from since them days down Young Riders and with Flavor Band. So I could hear the sound moving. You know, I could hear the sound moving and I could hear the sound building. So it ain't no way that this man was gonna leave from my Smarlax and just automatically transform.
Yeah.
You understand? The only how that could have happened is if he went there and is Ableton and he got me Ableton file and all he got to do is hit the space bar. You understand? Yeah. So everybody play different. You know, I play Kelly might play it's the same line, but it play a little different. You know, so I think when the man went and get him, it was a kind of desperate move to keep on the top.
Yeah.
Now, to me, who win out of the whole situation was Kelly. Because why I say that, Mention is not an arranger. He's just mainly a vocalist. Kelly is an arranger and a vocalist. Kelly done had he arranged in Dung Pack. So now, if I could get some tips and tricks of the vocal aspect of it, how to create melodies and put them together, that will mesh perfect.
Yeah.
You understand? And it was easy. You could hear. Listen to Kelly vocal arrangements before Sugar Band and after.
Yeah. It got better, yeah.
Get better because he sit down with a kind of 1A and he see how 1A craft he melodies. The only thing Kelly would not get from him is the actual words, because I am certain when Kelly was there, measure this here.
Yeah. He said that.
Yeah. But Kelly would have gathered and see how he craft and how he like certain styles and phrases with certain things. Because even today, sometimes I write material, and when I write certain material now, I realize I adapt into what I know he used to do, because that was the creative side, which is a good side. You know, I mean, he's still damn good.
Yeah.
With the creations, you know, I mean,
the only best writer down there.
Yeah, by far. I mean, the only thing I will say he really kind of lacking is, but not even so much the arrangements, but I think the main thing we're lacking with him right now is getting quality. You know, because if you get quality, I mean, you will realize some of the things that you're having what you're putting out right now, some of the elements ain't necessary.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I think it's because he's such a respected writer. I think that whoever is around him ain't saying no, yeah, let we don't do that, let we do this. Ain't no
Right, you're right.
Ain't no objective
right.
opinion. Everything is
no,
just, yeah, you want to do that, let we do it.
Right, that could be so because it's like, let's say give everybody a rating. He's 10 and everybody else is 5 and under.
Yeah.
As a now in order for him to get to 10, he had to start from 1 to come up. Now let's take in we time now. All of us might have been a 10.
Exactly.
But all of us come from 1, 2, 3, 4, come up together. So when all of us done a 10 now, and you bring something, I could say, but I know, I try this, try that, you know. Now, one of the things I like to piggyback on, which I'd like with us in we time, is the fact that everybody was kind of open to different things. You check, so like I'll give you a couple of songs. Now I was the main arranger, but let's take a song like Boat Ride. Aziz who orchestrate that. You know, Aziz who and them man put the structure together, I just come color it up. You know, now if I was an ignorant person, I'd be like, but I'm using that. Let me try that. You know, and one of the things that I used to do, and which I would try to encourage some of them man to do too. And this is one of the things that I get from Barry's talking to him too. In that the same thing, you make your product good. So if it means you got to get help from Sid, help from Soapy, do it.
That's what he's saying.
Because if when Whitney Houston come and sing, and I will always love you, hardly anybody knows Dolly Parton like that.
Exactly.
You understand? They're gonna say, when they go on the source, they say Whitney Houston song.
Exactly.
You check? And that is what I used to do. Sometimes I used to got stuff. We had Crazy Love. Tell Eddie, take a look at it. See if I could come up with it. Eddie used to play a lot of them kind of zouk thing. He come up with that. I just go on there, I get a little color up. You know what everybody say? But Steba bad boy. Steba bad. You check? I got beats. Well, sometimes I used to get drum on my machine. I say, yo, put in some beats for me, no? He put them in. Next thing I come back with good to go. Rubber band. Put up your hand. And one man saying, bust my band.
Exactly.
But all I do, you give me what you give me. When I finish, I just go, I color it up. Yep. So, House, Kelly, them all the mess man from them man home, don't be afraid to let somebody add something to your mix.
Yep.
Because it gonna be a completely different flavor, because it's a flavor that they used to hearing. And it might be a better flavor than what you have.
Yeah. Because no matter how great you are, if you're doing something long enough and you're the only one doing it, you don't even realize that you're doing the same thing over and over.
Yep.
You don't realize
so, you know, the man just got to be open to criticism, because some of the songs, some of them man just put out from home. If 10 people listen to them, I think 9 out of the 10 will tell them, but I ain't cutting it. And they would save the energy from doing that, you know?
Yeah.
But them man, some of them man to lock up.
Yep.
You know, and the same thing again, like when we were doing albums, everybody had a part to play while we're putting it together. We'll go and we practice. Sucky will do the bass, you know, man will say, boy, no, try this, do that, do that. Now, when most of them man who are recording, is only the keyboard man and the lead vocalist now going on. Some of them man that hear the song for the first time when they're in the studio releasing.
Yeah. No good. Yeah.
So, them is the kind of thing that can kill you.
Yeah, man. It's we need to get a more open-minded approach when it comes to doing songs and albums, you know. And that's not only in sync, it's in the VI too. I think it's like that. Like, to me, it seems from what I'm hearing, you hear it. You hear a dominance of a person in the songs. And I don't know.
Well, a lot of the I mean, listen, that happening a lot. It happening in the SK, it happening in the VI, it happening a lot. And I mean, we it probably happening down south too, but we don't know because we ain't really in that zone. But the difference, one of the big differences with down south as opposed to up here is that down south is more solo artists. The man ain't got a band. You check? So is other people producing for them, doing this for them, doing that for them, you know? I mean, like I hear one Marshall, it was last year looking at the thing there. Marshall was, you know, bigging up different people who he collaborate with, who work with him and so on. He there making fun with the guy who had Savannah Grass. And he said, man, you were supposed to give me that instead, you know. You know?